To say that Bitcoin bounced off 33,000 or 34,000 a couple of times since the war began, we've seen that happen. I'd hesitate to say that is that long-term support. Is that long-term support? What is long-term with Bitcoin?
Listen,
where are we right now?
Early in the year, I thought we would be 30,000, 50,000. But I also thought stocks would be a little softer than they are. And I think, maybe what I got wrong was with all this selling in fixed income, that money's got to go somewhere. We certainly see increased adoption in crypto. I mean, Janet Yellen pivoted and was much more friendly to crypto.
You heard that too, huh? Yeah.
Than she'd ever been. That's basically, politicians listening to their constituents and getting to the president. And so there was no magic there. There was, I'm getting calls from senator after senator. Hey, can you help educate? Can you help me figure this out? And so I think people have realized crypto is really popular. And I think you're going to see the Democrats take a softer stance. I mean, it was very interesting in that, presidential decree. There was no Elizabeth Warren or Gary Gensler voice in that thing. And they had been running kind of crypto policy until then. And so I think that's a positive. But mostly we're just seeing adoption. States saying they'll take taxes, countries, participating, sovereign wealth funds getting involved, pension funds getting involved. And so, we're still early in this adoption cycle. And so I'm much more optimistic than I was even 6-7 weeks ago.
And when do you expect a spot ETF? When do you expect some really clear regulatory action? When will a lot of that overhang be lifted? Do you think, are we within a year of that? Longer?
I think we're within a year. Listen, I think Gensler has come in and he really wants to regulate crypto. He's been doing it via enforcement. But at one point, he's an intellectually honest guy. At one point, you can't just keep postponing forever. The process with the SEC has been slow for companies trying to go through it, much slower than normal, but it has to have an end. And so I'm hoping within the year. I'm not wildly optimistic anything happens anytime soon. There's going to be congressional gridlock in terms of, Congress isn't going to give any one of the agencies a roadmap on who gets to regulate. And so I think we're kind of in this stasis position, but it does feel like things are moving in the right direction, albeit slowly.